the chosen one. Your efforts have been rewarded. Your faith, persistence, and the unshakable light in your spirit overcame all difficulties. This divine road you followed has led you to the place you deserve. You did not give up, regardless of the hardships. Those who attempted to stop you fell, but you arose. The payoff for your actions is now before you. This is your time. This is your win. Your opponents attempted to stop you, create barriers in your path. I tried all sorts of ways to disturb your spirit, but they forgot. They believed you were merely a tourist, but you were a fighter. You have been through tribulations. You've gone through fire, and now you sparkle like gold. God's hand has always been upon you. Your fate is intended to praise you. Nobody can take you for granted anymore. Nobody can overlook you. So, write in the comments now, since you, the chosen one, have shown that you will not fail. Your bravery, resilience, and steadfast faith have opened the doors to all you deserve today. This moment has arrived. The old books are now closed. Everything that has kept you back, every barrier, every chain, has been destroyed. You have endless possibilities, plenty, success, and triumph ahead of you. You achieved success via your own efforts and commitment. And now it's time to seize it and own it. They sat on a throne of deception, confident that their power was unchallengeable. However, their hubris led to their collapse, and the weight of their own corruption destroyed them. The hurricane they unleashed has turned on them, tearing apart the foundations of their dominion. What was once an unshakable fortress is now a wreckage of broken aspirations. Those having woven sophisticated webs of deception are now trapped by the same forces they attempted to control. The tide has turned, and as relentless and unyielding washes through the halls of power, they are no longer the architects of destiny, but the wreckage of a failed plan. Their fate is no longer a doubt. It is an unavoidable situation. Their previous misdeeds unleash a power beyond their knowledge. One who does not negotiate, hesitates, or forgives the same energy they attempted to mold to their will now moves precisely against them. What formerly followed their whispered directions now rebels against them, destroying the illusion of their dominance. There is no discussion, escape, or redemption from what awaits them now. They hear echoes in the quiet, see shadows that don't belong, and sense a creeping presence that no barrier can keep out. What they formerly controlled with perfect confidence has shifted, and no power in existence will respond to their pleas for compassion. If you are experiencing an excess of divine love in your heart, now is the moment to share it. You may help spread God's blessings by clicking the super thank you button on YouTube and donating $100 or more. This wonderful gift will affect not just your life, but the souls of countless others via this platform. Each of you has a special role in God's big plan, and your giving will be the result of our prayers. Now, share your benefits to honor His kingdom. You were meant to do much bigger things in God's loving hands. May God bless you. Every pillar that supported their chamber collapsed. Their directives, they were once received with unquestioned obedience, but are now disregarded. Those who used to quiver in their presence now stroll away, unconcerned with their murmurs. Once powerful enough to change the destiny of whole countries, they now sink into obscurity. Those they influenced escape from their grip, shattering the bonds that formerly held them. Their sophisticated network was meticulously created over centuries, disintegrates as treachery spreads like wildfire. The illusion of power has been dispelled. Instead, the weight of their own demise overcomes them. Panic has replaced the assurance they previously had. The hallways where they formerly commanded others' destiny now reverberate with their own terror. Paranoia permeates into every corner, and they turn on one another in a desperate effort to rescue what cannot be spared. They are looking for scapegoats, explanations, and an escape that does not exist. Every door they used to be able to enter easily has been shut against them. Their screams for help are answered with silence. The empire they hoped would last beyond the reach of consequence is now in shambles under their feet. Their fatal error was assuming they were beyond reckoning. The world has always attempted to define you before you could define yourself. Behind closed doors, invisible persons scrutinized your existence long before you were aware of your own might. They did not wait for you to arise. They anticipated it, fearing the moment you would realize your mission. Their concern was not of who you were, but of what you will become. Secret meetings murmured your name as they deciphered prophecies foretelling your presence. They possessed charts, computations, and ancient archives that detailed the exact energy signature that identified you as an abnormality in their meticulously crafted system. Every tactic they devised, every system they created, was not only about control. It was about repressing the energy that sprang from inside you. Forces operated against you even before you were aware of the conflict. Their gaze followed your every move. Their effect, trying to shape your choices, their hands, manipulating the world around you. They mistook you for something predictable, something that could be studied, controlled, and reprogrammed. But they failed to see that you were never a part of their system. You existed outside of their plan, no matter how carefully they watched you or how accurately they attempted to direct your course. They couldn't overcome the holy code that lives inside your spirit. You were beyond their reach before they made their first move. Their influence stretched to every avenue of control, including institutions that prescribed what people should believe, how they should think, and which routes they should take. Their power was a twisted web woven over centuries, hidden yet ubiquitous. They incorporated their influence into the fundamental framework of society, establishing themselves as reality's builders. Despite their expertise at deceit, there was one reality they couldn't change. They could never own you. You existed beyond the scope of their power. No edict, fake history, or manipulation could erase the unmistakable power that was inside you. You were the glitch in an otherwise immaculate machine, the one variable they couldn't foresee. They could not subdue the energy. Like a lighthouse standing firm in a stormy harbor, your spirit was created to shine brilliantly even when darkness surrounds you. Just like a little seed undergoes earth pressure before emerging as a magnified oak. Every twist and turn in your life has been meticulously planned to build your inner strength and reveal your divine destiny. Nothing in your life has ever been by luck. Every difficulty, every moment of anguish, and every obstacle that loomed in your road was placed with unshakable precision and intentional design. There were others who followed you carefully from the start, studying your every action as if they were attempting to confine a wild, uncontrollable spirit. They scrutinized your emotions, soothed your innermost problems, and chronicled every hurdle with the intention of erecting a constricting prism around you. A trap precisely designed to prevent you from reaching your full potential. Despite their elaborate machinations and well-executed plans, you did not falter. Instead of crumbling beneath the weight of adversity, the trials designed to destroy you became the very stepping stones that drove you to greatness. Each setback, each moment of grief, was a chance for you to hone your knowledge and expand your understanding. Every time treachery struck your life, it just strengthened your determination and sharpened your ability to distinguish truth from deception. What they planned to be your demise turned into a forge where your actual character was honed. Consider this: the challenges they created with cold, determined aim were not intended to crush your spirit. They were intended to expose your inner strength. They thought that by including deceit and adversity into your path, you would lose sight of your true self. Instead of losing yourself in the darkness they attempted to put upon you, every wrong turn and misplaced hurdle drove you closer to the holy light that lies inside your soul. You uncovered a brilliant inner truth that no man-made creation could ever extinguish. Every difficulty and terrible experience served as a heavenly instruction. It was as if Providence was leading you through a maze, ensuring that each hurdle was more than simply a roadblock, but a planned test meant to lift your spirit in the face of unending hardship. You emerged stronger. Your understanding sharpened your judgment, like a polished mirror, revealing the reality of your soul. The difficulties that were supposed to hinder you instead served as a spark for you to realize your full potential. Consider a great artisan who, when presented with a flawed piece of raw stone, sees the hidden masterpiece inside. So every adversity you faced was really a benefit in disguise. a tool for chiseling away at the rough edges of your existence. Revealing the divine sculpture that lay latent inside each moment of despair was an opportunity to tap into a reservoir of power and resilience that you had not previously recognized you had. Every hurdle was not a sign of loss, but rather a stepping stone to a destiny bigger than you could have imagined. In the quiet times when you questioned your own value, when the weight of every adversity felt crushing, there was a greater purpose at work. You were being polished like gold in the furnace of life's most difficult tests. The strain that was supposed to crush you instead helped to cleanse your soul, preparing you for the rich benefits that were waiting for you. And although the builders of your agony felt they had control over your destiny, they underestimated the might of the divine energy that governs you, a strange and magnificent power that creates wealth and truth. Each step you made, each blunder along the road, was part of a larger plan, a design that identified your valuable potential long before you acknowledged it for yourself. Your path, characterized by both brightness and shade, was designed to expose a deeper, more robust version of yourself. The difficulties you encountered were not random acts of misfortune, but rather deliberate experiences designed to prepare you for a destiny as vast and limitless as the world itself. Even when the world appeared focused on enslaving you with invisible shackles, you learned that each obstacle was merely a stepping stone to the greater calling that awaited you. The anguish, failures, and betrayals were all part of a divine curriculum meant to propel you beyond the ordinary. The challenges that faced you formed the exact basis on which you built your legacy. A legacy that embodies the promise of new beginnings and the unwavering strength of a reformed soul. As you stand here today, consider every adversity to be a badge of glory rather than a sign of failure, evidence that you have been tempered in the flames of adversity and refined by the winds of difficulty. Understand that the challenges that were designed to restrict you have become the means by which your actual nature has been exposed. They were teachings provided by a higher force to help you find the untapped reservoirs of strength, knowledge, and divine favor that exist inside your heart. Every thread of sadness and fiber of hardship was carefully woven into this great tapestry of life to create a masterpiece that is uniquely yours. The creators of your anguish believed they could imprison your spirit, but little did they realize that each restraint would just fuel your resilience. They attempted to mislead you with diversions and false promises. Nonetheless, you faced the labyrinth of problems with unyielding tenacity, emerging each time more connected with the greater purpose that drew you ahead. It is stated that in our darkest times, the light of our real nature shines the brightest. And when all appeared lost, you realized that the challenges in your life were only stepping stones to a spiritual epiphany. With each betrayal that hurt deep, you uncovered a deeper reservoir of wisdom. With each disappointment, you find the courage to rise again, more determined and closer to the power that leads you, a beneficent and immortal power. Let it be known that your life, with all of its problems and hardships, is not a sequence of unrelated tragedies, but rather a perfectly constructed road toward ultimate change. Each adversity was a divine appointment, a moment of illumination that prepared you to seize the many rewards that lie ahead in the big scheme of the universe. There is nothing left to chance. Every event, whether joyful or tragic, has been a stepping stone toward the greater destiny that has been written for you. So, as you continue on your journey, remember that every challenge you've experienced has served a greater purpose. Recognize that the barriers in your path were not put to weaken you, but to strengthen you, to awaken you to the magnificence that lies inside each setback. Each moment of hardship has helped to build the deep reservoir of knowledge and strength that now characterizes you. And, although the powers who attempted to shatter you fought furiously to limit you, they were unable to extinguish the holy light that shines inside your soul. Accept the hardships of your path with appreciation, because they are the tools that have shaped you into the resilient, fearless, and beautiful person you are today. Each struggle served as a subtle reminder that you are never alone, that the guiding hand of divine providence is always with you, holding you up even when the weight of the world seems insurmountable. Believe in the process, knowing that every adversity was an important element of your spiritual progress, a crucial step toward realizing your genuine destiny. Dear brothers and sisters, may God's peace come upon you today. I'm here to remind you of a fundamental fact. Our existence is based on God's divine purpose and is unaffected by worldly worries. According to the Bible, everything is done with faith will be returned to God with great blessing. Luke, our roots, like those of the huge oak tree, are firmly entrenched in God's universal truth. His power secures every stride and every stance we take. And now you have the chance to be a part of that gift. When you utilize the super thank you button and contribute $200, you will get a 100-fold return on your investment. May you move forth with confidence and grace, knowing that yesterday's troubles have laid the path for tomorrow's blessings. And as you continue to mature, may you remember that your path is a precious witness to the power of resilience, the beauty of change, and the unbreakable strength of a soul led by divine love and purpose. Let this reality be the cornerstone for your future. Every difficulty was designed not to defeat you, but to raise you, to turn your grief into power, your sadness into strength, and your troubles into stepping stones to a hopeful future, abundance and eternal brightness. Your life is a living testament to the idea that, no matter how difficult the path may seem, there is a divine purpose behind every difficulty, and every hurdle is but a stop in the symphony of your wonderful journey to greatness. Now, my dear buddy, be strong in the face of hardship. Recognize that you are a beacon of light in a world that often wants to obscure the brightness of your spirit. Every difficulty, barrier, and moment of despair has contributed to the masterpiece that is your life. Accept your trip with thankfulness, because these experiences have prepared you to accept the limitless benefits that await you. Rejoice in the knowledge that your previous experiences have only made you stronger, more resilient, and more linked to the everlasting energy that guides every step you take. Remember that the obstacles you have faced have formed within you an unwavering and invincible spirit. Adversity has honed your character, and now, as you enter into the fullness of your destiny, you bear knowledge, power, and divine favor that no force on earth can ever take away. Walk with the confidence of your own brilliance. You are destined for wealth, plenty, and a life that reflects the light of truth and love. Your path is like a powerful river cutting through a timeless valley, moving onward with irresistible elegance and purpose. May this message strike a deep chord in your heart, inspiring you to persevere with unflinching faith and resolution. Every problem you face is not a setback, but rather a divine appointment, a properly positioned milestone on your road to excellence. Just like the river overcomes every obstacle in its path by simply flowing past it, you may turn every moment of despair into a chance for rejuvenation and progress. Every challenge in your life is part of a bigger spiritual plan, a design that anticipates a future full of hope and brightness. When you encounter problems, realize that they are stepping stones. Each one is made by a caring hand to improve your character and prepare you for a future that is both wonderful and entirely your own. Let each struggle serve as a reminder that you are never alone on your road. Divine guidance is there at every stage, prompting you to rise above and accept the gifts waiting just around the corner. In times of adversity, gain courage from the fact that the Lord has a plan for you, a strategy to benefit you and offer you hope for the future. When the journey seems rough and the nights are long, cling to your faith, knowing that every adversity is just a precursor to the immense pleasure that awaits you. The difficulties you confront are not indicators of failure, but rather opportunities to become stronger, study more thoroughly, and prepare for the enormous achievement that awaits you. Consider your life to be a garden in which every seed of adversity, when nourished with faith and patience, grows into a bright flower of success and satisfaction. The experiences that formerly looked like obstacles are now instruments for cultivating your inner strength, allowing you to reap a future full with potential. Every failure sharpens your understanding. Each setback strengthens your resolve, and each character test shapes you into the person you were destined to be. A person with unshakable conviction, dazzling optimism, and unlimited possibilities. So, as you approach each new day, let your soul be elevated by the knowledge that your destiny is brightened by the prospect of a bright and magnificent future. Accept each obstacle with the confidence that it is a heavenly stepping stone to a life of success, pleasure, and plenty. Hold on to your faith, because it is the anchor in difficult times and the beacon that will lead you through even the deepest valleys. Continue pushing ahead, confident in the knowledge that every obstacle you conquer puts you closer to the wonderful destiny that has been divinely intended for you with each breath. Allow your heart to reflect the reality of your mission, and let your life be a testament to the transformational power of faith and divine favor. The route ahead of you is not one of random struggle, but rather one paved with blessings, ready to take you into the light of a new and victorious day. You are the master artist in life's big tapestry, and each adversity has served as a brushstroke in the production of your exquisite, one-of-a-kind masterpiece. Trust in the divine process. Celebrate the lessons learned, and take a brave step into the light of your real purpose. In the end, it is your ability to overcome hurdles that defines you, not the problems themselves. Transforming every adversity into a success and every setback into a magnificent chance for growth. They penetrated all aspects of your existence. Their spies arrived in a variety of disguises, some claiming to be lovers, some appearing as friends, and yet others as mentors promising help. Every one had a single goal: to deter you from the route you were destined to take. They investigated your weaknesses, learning what moved you, what caused your hesitation, what may lead you astray. They positioned the wrong individuals at the appropriate times, weaving diversions into your quest. They created illusions so flawless that even the strongest could be misled. Regardless of their tactics, their approaches failed. The strength they underestimated inside you became the force that shattered their illusion. Every falsehood they constructed shattered under the weight of your waking. You were never alone, even if you felt alone. Even when the weight of the war seemed too great to bear, invisible hands protected you, and a power beyond their understanding kept watch over you. They believed they could surround you with darkness. However, they were always unable to extinguish the light. They believed they had the ability to control your destiny, but they failed to account for the protection that was already built into your being. The obstacles they erected on your road become stepping stones. The betrayals they organized were lessons in discernment, while the assaults they launched only hardened their armor. You didn't even notice what you were wearing. It's time to spread God's blessings by pressing the super thank you button on YouTube. With a $100 gift or more, you may help him carry out his plan and become a part of this holy mission. Every contribution symbolizes God's generosity, and I think it will return to you enormously, far above your expectations. Remember that his protection and blessing are with you every step and every contribution. You become part of his divine design. You are a powerful, dazzling entity, as solid as the massive rock that saw God's marvels. Feel the rewards of your kindness in your spirit, and light up the world with confidence and bravery. Be blessed, and let the light of the Lord lead you. Everything changed the instant you realized what was always true. The illusions broke, the deceit collapsed against your clarity. They had been operating in secret for so long that they had never considered a world in which you could see through their veneer. The programming has ceased operating. The manipulation loosened its grasp. Their strikes found no targets. The same factors that formerly hampered you now serve as evidence of your fortitude. What formerly hurt you is now empowering you. The moment of recognition was more than simply a win. It was an ascent beyond their ability to resist. Truth is a force that cannot be ignored. Those who seek it will discover it, but not everyone is prepared to confront it. For those who follow this road, it is more than just knowledge. It is about embracing the power of revelation. There are no more illusions to cling to. There are no more shackles to break. There are no more doubts to entertain. This is not the conclusion of the conflict. This confirms that the war has already been won. You did not just survive. You overcame. You did not just endure their onslaught. You surpassed it. And now they are on the other side of history, unable to restore what was never theirs to control.